What's going on, guys? This is Tremaine here, the most disciplined day trader on YouTube. Another trade breakdown for today, Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. So starting off on NASDAQ daily chart, I have our current new day opening gap outlined here and yesterday's new day opening gap outlined here, and then that same inversion fair value gap that we outlined in Discord on Sunday. 15-minute chart, a little bit of SMT here, which is what I want to show. So this low, notice how NASDAQ made a lower low, and here's the Dow, that same low, higher low. All right, so we have Dow making a higher low, NASDAQ making a lower low when I am already bullish for the session, and I'm already bullish for the daily chart, bullish long-term, looking for potential all-time highs. So we have SMT as we traded down into yesterday's new day opening gap. That's significant. 5-minute chart, we are now in regular trading hours. So this is where we settled with yesterday's trading. This is where we opened up today at 9:30. So let me set the stage for you for a second. We have our midnight open and our 8:30 open. We open at 9:30 beneath that. So as soon as we open at 9:30, we are already in a discount in the sense that we're beneath both the midnight and 8:30 opening price. I do not care for shorts. Now, we also have a gap lower. That in itself puts us in a discount. I am not looking for shorts. So we open at 9:30, reprice in some of that opening range gap. We sell off. I'm treating that as a Judas swing. That is the fake move. Everybody's looking to chase that lower. We trade into yesterday's new day opening gap, and kind of piggybacking off of yesterday's concept as far as the lows in here, we have a short-term low here, and we have a short-term low formed here. That low that forms in between two short-term lows, that is an intermediate term low. That is a strong low for bullishness. We should not see that get taken out. So you can trust as we start moving away here, you can trust long opportunities after that intermediate term low is formed. 5-minute chart, now we're in electronic trading hours. Before we even opened up at 9:30 here, when we're trading down at 9:25 on this 5-minute candle and it looks bearish and looks heavy, I told the Discord members in our live stream this morning, I said, this buy side here has my focus, is way too smooth, way too obvious. Even if NASDAQ wanted to go lower, let's say NASDAQ doesn't want all-time highs, let's say on the daily chart it wants lower prices, I would still expect it to clean all of this up first. So my eye immediately jumps to this quadruple top, too clean, too smooth, and any movement lower away from that, I'm treating that as a Judas swing, fake rally. I'm looking to target the buy side here. And then again, we're beneath both of our opening prices, and we've gapped lower at 9:30, and we've had SMT with the Dow. There's so many factors that suggest NASDAQ is likely to go higher this morning. All right, 1-minute chart here. So we open at 9:30 here, a little bit of consolidation, trade down, forming that SMT with the Dow, trading into yesterday's new day opening gap. And notice how we failed to reach the high of that daily inversion fair value gap. We couldn't get down there. NASDAQ did not have the strength to do so. Whole time while this is going on, the Dow is looking bullish. The Dow straight off the open, if we go back and look at it, this is where the Dow opened at 9:30. It was straight from the jump bullish. In my eyes, the Dow is tipping his hand. The Dow is saying, okay, like I'm out of here. I want higher prices. NASDAQ, catch up. So any movement lower in NASDAQ, while I see stuff like this, I'm treating any movement lower as just a suspect sell-off. I don't think that's long-lived. So again, back on the 1-minute chart, we trade down to yesterday's new day opening gap, failed to reach the daily inversion fair value gap. We cleared out sell side on regular trading hours, and here's the relative equal lows on regular trading hours, and we formed that intermediate term low. That's a strong low. We're beneath both opening prices. We have a nice clean quadruple top here. There's a lot of factors that suggest NASDAQ is likely to go higher this morning. Fair value gap here with a breaker, this up close candle. You have your low, your high, your lower low. Up close candle, draw it through. You have a normal fair value gap here. You have an inversion fair value gap here. Market structure shift above the high, 2022 model, optimal trade entry, all that good stuff occurring here. Consolidation, breakaway gap. Now in the stream, this is going to sound like hindsight. I'm telling you, if you're not in the Discord, you're missing out because we're highlighting all of this stuff live in real time. In the stream, while we're sitting in this consolidation, we're just chilling. I said, I'm waiting for a fair value gap to form outside of this consolidation once we leave it, and then I would treat that as a breakaway gap. I would want that to stay open while we're trading inside this consolidation. So the logic is that fair value gap is the first inefficiency to form outside of this consolidation. The general rule of thumb is I always want to see that stay open. So what does that mean? If we're expecting this fair value gap here to act as a breakaway gap and stay open, we need another PD array that rests above that fair value gap to act as support. What does that look like? We have this wick. Wicks are gaps, they're inefficiencies. I'm looking at this wick and its midpoint to offer support. That should not be traded to. So we form a fair value gap, leaving the consolidation. Perfect. Cannot stay open. We rally, come back, trade into the wick, fail to reach its midpoint. Perfect. Rally, speed above the high, inefficiency staying open. And here, all of that is bullish. Buy side liquidity, current new day opening gap, and I'm still looking for 23,620 as a potential draw. Here's some executions. All right, again, I was only looking for longs this morning. Took a loss here, no big deal. We cleared out sell side on regular trading hours. I like the buy side as a draw, and obviously 23,620 as a draw. Getting stopped out here, waiting for NASDAQ to finish its Judas swing lower. Okay, we're forming that SMT with the Dow. Dow at this point in time is looking very strong to the upside. Yesterday's new day opening gap, high in inversion fair value gap, couldn't reach it. So trading up, fair value gap, my entry is actually based on a 30-second chart getting a little higher. You'll see that in a moment. But fair value gap trades into it there, and the breaker and all that good stuff. Opening price of these two down close candles, draw it through, change in the state of delivery, consolidate, and then I'm taking a partial or closing my full position rather above the buy side liquidity. All right, now here I'm showing the implied dealing range. Now, if that buy side, that clean quadruple top is my anticipated drawn liquidity, if that's what I'm looking for, if I'm confident that this low is in place, I can take a fib from that low up to my anticipated target, which is the buy side. Equilibrium on that implied dealing range is this blue line here. The best entries, the best long opportunities are at, just above, or beneath equilibrium. This lower quadrant here, that's the best of the best. You're getting the cream of the crop. There's no better pricing than getting in at the lower quadrant of the implied dealing range, okay? So that's the good stuff. Anything beneath equilibrium is still good. Now, once you start getting and approaching towards the upper quadrant of the implied range, you should no longer be interested in adding to your position or opening up a new position. At this point in time, once we're expanding towards the upper quadrant, your focus should be trailing your stop and taking partials. We're not trying to buy order blocks in here. We're not trying to buy fair value gaps in here because it's classic. Once you start working in the upper quadrant of that implied range, order blocks are likely to fail. Fair value gaps are more likely to fail. We're likely to see lows taken out before seeing your target hit. So you do not want to open new positions in this range. Get all of your business done down here, which is what you see me do. Upper quadrant, anything above equilibrium should be for profit taking and managing your stop. All right, showing my entries here. Not the best fill. Again, it was based on the 30-second. The logic was I was expecting this to stay open, but buying two here, stop loss beneath the fair value gap. That should not completely fill in if we're bullish. And then it's also right at mean threshold of this breaker. So stop loss is here, buying here. And originally I was going to hold for that buy side, but after taking this loss prior, I just wanted to finish up 1,000 for the day. And that's what I did. Closing above the buy side there. So it's a nice little rally, nice price run. I had to be better with eliminating that first loss. That's something we talked about in the live stream. Got to improve on that. But just showing all the verification stuff, nothing hidden. Real account, live account, trade station, same account number, connected green dot. You see the P&L, all that good stuff. I'm going to roll the footage now of me withdrawing the profits. I'm also going to show the account statements for this account from the moment I deposited 10K into the account up until yesterday's trading. I won't have the account statement for today's trading, obviously, but you'll see all the transactions, commissions, every single trade I've taken on this account. You will see it in the statement. So, like I said, we do this thing for real. Nothing's hidden, real money. 82% gain on the account so far, which is $8,200 profited with the initial 10K account balance. So we do this. I'm back live trading my personal main account, six-figure account, live in Discord Wednesday morning, September 3rd. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not in there, get in there, okay? There's more than just live streams. We're learning a whole bunch of stuff. I promise you, you'll find some value. Best Discord out there, trust me. So enjoy the payout footage and all the proof and documentation. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.